Hello and welcome to Raju Notes channel, your pit stop for weekly current affairs updates. The updates tailor-made for students taking all kinds of competitive exams like UPSC, civils, defense and placement interviews. Please subscribe to the channel and stay updated every Sunday. Russian President Vladimir Putin announced the successful test of a unique nuclear-powered Burevestnik cruise missile with unlimited range and ordered the armed forces to prepare infrastructure for its deployment. In his televised meeting with the Chief of the Defense Staff and other military commanders, Mr. Putin mentioned that during the recent drills of nuclear forces, the Burevestnik cruise missile was in the air for 15 hours and covered 14,000 kilometers during successful trials. As the supreme commander of the Russia's armed forces, he visited the Joint Staff of Military Operations in Ukraine earlier this week in the morning and interacted with the force commanders led by Chief General Staff General Varley Gerasimov. Timor-Leste became the 11th member of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations (ASEAN) during the 47th ASEAN Summit in Malaysia's Kuala Lumpur this week. Timor-Leste's Prime Minister Nana Gusamao joined the ASEAN leaders for the signing of documents confirming the nation's inclusion in the bloc. This is the first expansion in the group since 1999. The ASEAN was established in Thailand's Bangkok in 1967 with the signing of the ASEAN Declaration, also known as Bangkok Declaration, by the founding fathers of ASEAN, that is, Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand. Brunei Darussalam joined ASEAN in 1984, followed by Vietnam in 1995, Laos and Myanmar in 1997, and Cambodia in 1999. Malaysia, as the chair of ASEAN, is hosting the 47th ASEAN Summit and related summits under the theme Inclusivity and Sustainability in Kuala Lumpur from October 26th to October 28th. In Ireland, independent left wing politician Miss Catherine Connolly has been elected as its 10th president after a landslide victory. She defeated her rival Heather Humphreys, a seasoned politician and a political performer. Connolly has been Member of Parliament since 2016 for the Galway West constituency and also served as a Deputy Speaker of the Irish Parliament. Official results showed strong voter support for Connolly as president, a largely ceremonial role in Ireland. The eighth round of India-Belarus Foreign Office consultation was held in Minsk, Belarus. In a social media post, Ministry of External Affairs spokesperson Randhir Jaiswal informed that this consultation was co-chaired by Secretary West CB George and Deputy Foreign Minister of Republic of Belarus Evgeny Shetkov. He further said that both sides discussed the entire gamut of bilateral relations, including political, economic, cultural, tourism, educational, and consular matters. Mr. Jaiswal further said that the two sides also exchanged views on regional and global issues of mutual interest. Talks between Afghanistan and Pakistan in Istanbul, Turkey, to broker a long term truce ended without a resolution by the end of the third day this week. The talks were aimed at reinforcing a fragile ceasefire following recent border clashes that have left dozens of soldiers and civilians dead on both sides. The current negotiations follow an earlier round hosted by Qatar, which led to ceasefire deal on 19th of this month between Islamabad and Kabul. Despite that agreement, exchanges of fires have continued. The Union Cabinet has approved terms of reference of 8th Central Pay Commission. Briefing the media after the cabinet meeting in New Delhi this week, Information and Broadcasting Minister Ashwini Vaishnav said that the commission will make its recommendations within 18 months from the date of its constitution. He informed that commission will comprise one chairperson, one part-time member and one member secretary. The cabinet also approved the nutrient based subsidy rates for Rabi season 2025-26 on phosphatic and potassic fertilizers. Mr. Vaishnav said that the cabinet has approved a subsidy of about 37,952 crore rupees for Rabi 2025 and the rates will be applicable from 1st October. He added that this initiative will ensure the availability of fertilizers to farmers at subsidized, affordable, and reasonable prices. He further said that the subsidy on phosphatic and potassic fertilizers have been rationalized in view of the recent trends in international prices of fertilizers and their inputs. Hindustan Aeronautics Limited has signed a memorandum of understanding with Russian public joint stock company United Aircraft Corporation for the production of SJ-100 civil commuter aircraft in India. In a social media post, Defense Minister Rajnath Singh hailed the landmark step for the civil aviation sector of the country. The minister said that SJ-100 will be a game changer for short haul connectivity under the UDAN scheme and mark a major stride towards achieving Atmanirbharta in civil aviation. He added that SJ-100 will be the first complete passenger aircraft to be made in the country. The minister further added that manufacturing of the aircraft will strengthen the private sector and create direct and indirect jobs in the aviation industry. The 20th East Asia Summit has adopted the Kuala Lumpur Declaration affirming its commitment to peace and stability. The declaration was adopted during the summit held in Kuala Lumpur. It called for close partnership with other participating countries to promote strategic trust and to ensure transparent, predictable, and responsible behavior in the regional and international affairs. The declaration also emphasized the importance of exchanging information on regional development, cooperation, security policies, disaster management, and discussions on the evolving regional architecture. Agricultural and Processed Food Products Export Development Authority APEDA has facilitated the first ever air shipment of GI tagged Indi and Puliyankudi limes from Karnataka and Tamil Nadu to United Kingdom. Commerce and Industry Ministry said in a statement that the consignment includes 300 kgs of Indi lime from Vijaypura, Karnataka and 150 kg of Puliyankudi lime from Tenkasi, Tamil Nadu. The 500 kg consignment was exported yesterday, marking a significant milestone in expanding the global footprint of India's GI tag horticulture produce. Indi lime is known for its superior quality, zesty aroma, high juice yield, and balanced acidity. The Puliyankudi lime, particularly the Kadayam variety, is characterized by its thin peel, strong acidity, high ascorbic acid content, and juice percentage of around 55%. India and Nepal signed two major agreements to boost power cooperation and develop new cross border transmission lines for enhanced regional energy trade and connectivity. The agreement has been signed between India's Power Grid and Nepal Electric Authority. Both agreements cover the development of the Inarua in Nepal to New Purnia in India, 400 kilovolt, and Lakshmi Dodohara in Nepal to Bareilly in India, 400 kilovolt transmission systems. The agreement ceremony was held in presence of the Union Minister for Power Manohar Lal and Nepal Minister of Energy, Water Resources and Irrigation Kulman Gishing in New Delhi. Both agreements focus on incorporation of two joint ventures entitles, one in India and other in Nepal, to develop these high capacity power transmission corridors. Once the project is completed, it is expected to substantially enhance electricity trade between the two nations, strengthening grid resilience and promote sustainable growth across the region. Russia has successfully tested its new atomic power and nuclear capable underwater drone Poseidon, declaring it impossible to intercept. Russian President Vladimir Putin made the announcement just days after informing about a successful test of Burevestnik nuclear power cruise missile. a move widely seen as a signal to Washington amid tensions over Ukraine. Speaking to soldiers wounded in Ukraine, President Putin said Poseidon drone was tested while running on nuclear power for the first time this week, describing it as a huge success. He claimed Poseidon outperforms all existing systems in speed and depth. He said nuclear reactor that powers Poseidon is 100 times smaller than those on the submarines and power of its nuclear warhead is significantly higher than that of Russia's prospective Sarmat intercontinental ballistic missile. Russian media reported that Poseidon was designed to explode near coastlines and unleash a powerful radioactive tsunami. The Israeli military said it struck dozens of terror targets and terrorists in Gaza last night in response to violations by Palestinian armed group Hamas of the US brokered ceasefire deal. The territory Hamas run health ministry said at least 104 Palestinians were killed in the waves of Israeli strikes. Israel's defense minister accused Hamas of an attack in Gaza that killed an Israeli soldier and of breaching the terms of returning deceased hostages' bodies. Hamas said it has no connection to the attack and was committed to deal. US President Donald Trump has maintained that nothing will jeopardize the ceasefire, but added that Israel should hit back when its soldiers were targeted. The fifth meeting of Working Group on Military Cooperation of India-Russia Intergovernmental Commission on Military and Military Technical Cooperation was held in New Delhi this week. During the meeting, the discussions focused on strengthening the ongoing defense engagements between the two sides and mulled on new initiatives under the ambit of existing bilateral cooperation mechanism. The meeting was co-chaired by Chief of Integrated Defense Staff Air Marshal Ashutosh Dikshit and Head of Delegation Deputy Chief of Main Operations Directorate of General Staff of the Armed Forces of Russia, Lieutenant General Dailsky Igor Nikolaevich. The working group meeting is a forum established to progress defense cooperations between two countries through regular interaction between headquarters, integrated defense staff, and main directorate of the International Military Cooperation of Russia Defense Ministry. The Embassy of India in Abu Dhabi has announced the launch of an upgraded passport system that will issue e-passports with embedded chips to all Indian nationals in the UAE beginning October 28, 2025. The new Global Passport Seva program GPSP 2.0 marks a major technological advancement in passport services of Indian expatriate community. According to Charge DFS of the Embassy of India in UAE, Sri Amarnath, the passport is a next generation travel document designed in accordance with global best practices. It incorporates enhanced security features and contains a digital version of the information printed in the physical passport, making any attempt to forge or tamper with the document easily detectable. Afghan military analysts claim that training centers of the Islamic State Republic outfit are operating inside Pakistan. According to Afghan media, despite Pakistan's repeated denials, ISIS Khorasan still maintains safe havens and active networks there. Security sources say that senior ISIS-K figure known as Nusrat or Abu Zar was recently killed in Peshawar, renewing concerns about the group's presence in Pakistan. Nusrat is believed to have played a crucial role in planning and attacks in Kabul during 2022 and 2023 and led the group centers in Pakistan. On the other hand, Afghan authorities have arrested an ISIS terrorist, Saeedullah, who admitted receiving ideological and combat training in Pakistan's Quetta region before entering Afghanistan. In a video released by Taliban authorities, the detained terrorist revealed that he underwent ideological and combat training in Pakistan's Quetta region. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh met US Secretary of War Pete Hegseth in Kuala Lumpur this week, reflecting ongoing defense level engagement between India and US. The meeting follows External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar's discussion with the US Secretary of State Marco Rubio on October 27th, covering bilateral relations, regional development, and global issues. Jaishankar described the talks as an opportunity to deepen the India US partnership. The high level interaction coincides with ongoing trade negotiations between the two nations. Earlier, the Union Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal emphasized that India will not rush into agreements or accept terms that restrict its trading choices, highlighting the need for trust, long term ties, and sustainable frameworks in global commerce. These engagements underline India's strategy of balancing defense, diplomacy, and economic interest in its partnership with the United States. India has achieved three Guinness World Record titles under the campaign Swasth Nari Shashakt Parivar Abhiyan. The initiative has set multiple records, including the highest number of people to register for healthcare platform in a single month, numbering over 3.21 crores. It also achieved the record for most people to sign up for breast cancer screening online in 1 week. Over 9.94 lakh women have signed up for screening. Besides these, a record number of 1.25 lakh people have signed up for the vital signs screening online in 1 week at the state level. Union Health Ministry said more than 20 ministries actively participated in the campaign, which involved central government institutes, medical colleges, private organizations. Following the whole of the society approach, the campaign, which started on the 17th of September to 2nd of this month, has witnessed unprecedented community participation. More than 5 lakh Panchayati Raj representatives, 1.14 crore school and college students, 94 lakh SHG members, and 5 lakh other community platforms members participated in the campaign. These achievements stand as a testament to India's collective effort, combining government systems, digital health innovation, and community participation to build a healthy, woman empowered family and a Vikasit Bharat. Vice Chief of Air Staff Air Marshal Narmadeshwar Tiwari has said that Indian Air Force will be increasing its presence in Lakshadweep Islands. The Air Marshal added drones will be used on a larger scale for transportation between the islands. Speaking on outreach program and exhibition on sea cargo drones in Thiruvananthapuram this week, Air Marshal Tiwari emphasized the role of indigenous industries and startups from Kerala in developing drones for the Air Force. He also inaugurated Meher Baba competition, a key initiative by Indian Air Force aimed at accelerating innovations in drone applications. The Unique Identification Authority of India UIDAI this week unveiled the Aadhaar Vision 2032 framework to strengthen future proof digital identity through AI, blockchain, quantum computing, and advanced encryption. The Ministry of Electronics and IT noted that the framework will provide a comprehensive roadmap to redefine India's digital identity ecosystem and accelerate next generation digital governance for the next decade. The framework has been guided by a high level expert committee of technology leaders to make Aadhaar compliant with the Digital Personal Data Protection Act and global cybersecurity standards. The ministry further said that this roadmap is about sustaining technological leadership and reinforcing Aadhaar's role as a secure, inclusive, and people centric digital identity. Well, that's all, friends, for this week's updates. See you soon next Sunday on the same channel. Till then, take care. Bye bye.